Hello, I'm Dr. Homa Hashimi. I'm an acupuncturist here. My background is I'm also a naturopathic doctor, but I mainly do acupuncture in this facility. Um, I hope you enjoy Suzanne's presentation on adrenal fatigue. I'm here to give you a little bit about how acupuncture can help with adrenal fatigue and symptoms of. So I've been practicing acupuncture since 2008. And in my practice, I do mainly two type of acupuncture. One is TCM, which is traditional Chinese medicine, and the other one is five element acupuncture, which is more of a constitutional treatment of people. The TCM is more or less is symptomatic based, and the five element is, as I said, more of constitutional treatment, which means uh, um, we all have these the five elements of their water, fire, metal, earth, and wood, and these elements have meridians, have points that we treat, and we can pretty much put the whole world into these five elements. And we have all these elements within us. We tend to show up more in one or two of these elements more predominantly. Um, Based on what your symptoms are, or where your symptoms happen, usually what the weaknesses in you are, or what your strengths are, and how you present to me. And my observation at the end of first session, I usually can tell you what element I think you are constitutionally, because sometimes all of us, depending on who we are and how our life has gone, we show up differently, right? Or some of us are more quiet, some are more outspoken, some are more given, some are more ambitious, and some are more quiet, and some are more like bubbly and fiery. And we all have all of that, as I said, but we have some of certain elements a little more. And when you come in, based on those, then I'll treat you and I'll let you know. I combine, as I said, TCM and five element, and that seemed to work best in my practice. Adrenal fatigue can be treated also in many ways and with acupuncture. The most symptoms of adrenal fatigue kind of or the same symptoms that can happen with what we call in Chinese medicine spleen qi deficiency, and that has to do with kind of feeling a little fatigue and tired, a little achiness, maybe a little bit hard time falling asleep, maybe a little bit loose bowel sometimes, which is very treatable in acupuncture. And with acupuncture, the way that we treat things is there's meridians or lines of energy that runs in the body, and whenever there's a blockage in one of those meridians, then we remove the blockage by needling certain points or certain meridians. And once the block is removed, the energy flows, and that's what we want. We want everything to flow. We want everything to move, because life is about movement. And the other thing that the acupuncture does, by creating the movement, it create awareness in the body. By that, I mean, when sometimes symptoms happens, or people who are in acupuncture for a while, they will notice things about themselves more. They're more present in their body. Example, client comes in and says, before I have my headache, or before I get my migraine, the day before I have this, and this is a real client, I have the symptoms in my stomach, or I have the day before I get these butterflies in my tummy, and I feel like if I have some crackers, I don't have my headache the next day, and things like that, which is very helpful. When the adrenal fatigue symptoms go further, go deeper, of course, there's hormones play an important role, cortisol, especially because that's the stress hormone. And that can affect your thyroid, that can affect the female hormones and everything else. So symptoms can pile up. In Chinese medicine, when the symptoms goes a little deeper, it becomes more of a kidney problems or kidney yin deficiency problem sometimes. Most of the time it happens. And that is a little deeper issue for a lot of people. That's when people get more of a, could have a picture of insomnia, could also get lower back problems, excuse me. They also could get knee problems down the road. At that point, they could have like polyps or constipation and that kind of stuff as well sometimes. So the good news is it's very treatable. Sometimes, people usually when they come, I explain how acupuncture works. First session is great. You get a lot of benefit from 1 or 2 sessions as well. But when problem becomes chronic, treatment and long-term helps. Acupuncture is good because it's treatment and it's prevention. So some of the symptoms goes away right away. Some of the symptoms takes a bit longer. That's why I usually recommend a few sessions in a row. And then after that, then when your body's more in balance, then you can spread it out as often as you can or as often as you want. I've been getting acupuncture for past 25 years, once a month. Usually that works best for me. But people are different. Sometimes they do every 2 weeks. Sometimes they do once a month. I have certain clients that do every couple months. But at the beginning, it's good to have a few sessions in a row to know how it feels, to know what balance means in your body or what wellness means in your body. When you come into my treatment room, we'll talk about how acupuncture works, how I can treat you, how you'll benefit from it, what should you expect when I treat you. And also a little bit more about a lifestyle and diet based on Chinese perspective of how living well means. I also do facial rejuvenation acupuncture here. I'll probably gonna have another video on that soon. And I hope you like this video. It's short. I just want to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me. I hope to see you guys soon. If you have any questions, please call and I can give a few minutes. I can talk to you guys if you need to, or make an appointment and I would love to see you. Thank you.